Delegates will formally nominate Donald Trump as their party's presidential candidate at the convention. For more on this, I'm joined by Republican Congressman Michael Waltz. Congressman, you're in Milwaukee. Thank you for spending some time with us today. First off, what is your reaction to Judge Cannon's ruling? And how do you view Congress's role in this? Do you feel that the Senate should have to approve somebody like Jack Smith, who by this ruling would be considered an inferior officer?
Well, I thought the legal analysis that just preceded me was quite accurate, and this is kind of hitting a reset button on the separation of powers as it pertains to the Appointments Clause. As your analyst said, look, the entire cabinet, going all the way down to undersecretaries, assistant secretaries, U.S. attorneys, all have advice and consent of the Senate. So you can argue whether those are superior or inferior officers, but Jack Smith was just kind of created out of nowhere, and we've had a history now of these special counsels. I think Justice Thomas rightly raised the concern in the immunity case. And at the end of the day, if you have someone with such a serious charge that is going to prosecute a former president of the United States and current leading political candidate, I do think Congress should be involved. Now, there's a further involvement for Congress here, and that's to settle the issue of the inferior officers and put appropriate statutes in place that appropriately define them. But Justice Cannon's point was there are no statutes that define this position, and therefore it's unconstitutional.
Do you get a sense that your body would have motivation to do something like that, to drop legislation?
I think so. For example, I'm on the Armed Services Committee, and there are Pentagon appointed officials that sit below the level of Senate confirmation, but there's a clear power for the Secretary of Defense to appoint those positions, and they have clear authorities and they're defined in statute. That is not the case with these special prosecutors, and I do think that's a place where Congress needs to act.
Congressman, you're also on the Oversight Committee. Have you been briefed on the attempted assassination from Saturday? If so, what can you share with us?
No, we are expecting that briefing sometime today, and then a hearing with Director Cheadle on Monday, a week from now. I have, however, been talking to agents who have been reaching out to me unofficially. They're upset, they're frustrated, and they've made very clear that on multiple occasions they have asked for more resources and been denied. That's for President Trump's residences, where there have been a number of incidences that we were unaware of, but also for these rallies. And what happens when they don't get the extra agents that they need for these rallies, they're then reliant on local law enforcement. And we love our local law enforcement, but they're just not trained to the level of Secret Service. And from reporting we're already seeing, that looks like that was the case with the building where the shooter was, that it wasn't cleared by Secret Service. It was supposed to be cleared by local law enforcement. We'll find out in the investigation what happened.
Certainly many questions. Something like what happened Saturday should never happen, although a spokesperson for the Secret Service and Secretary Mayorkas are both refuting claims that any requests for additional resources were rebuffed. But, Congressman, we know that you yourself will be asking questions. Go ahead.
And I just want to say, I think they may be splitting hairs here and saying, oh, no, we gave them additional resources. But what the agents are telling me is they asked for 30 or 40, and they were only given 2.
Okay.
Then, I guess they could truthfully say they gave more, but it's not what was requested and needed. And clearly, there was a failure here.
Correct. All right. Congressman Michael Waltz, thank you, sir, for your time. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
And we will